How can I illuminate you?
Oh. Now. This thing is all matter of fucked up. All the menu entries are screwy on that one. Alright, we got that for 12 hours. Excuse me. It'll go down here. And I should have that effect. Let's see, effects. Smart lights, good. Now we're going to take some mentats also. Mentats last a long damn time. Let's see, mentats. It didn't say how long they last. There's something like 12 hours also. Okay, so now how much smarts do I have? It's probably going to be ridiculous. Special. 10 intelligence. Alright, motherfucker, let's talk. Shut it. Alright, another name, blah, 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 blah. 65 speaks, I'm a good listener, blah, 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 blah. Okay, here we go. If they kept confusing a letter with a number, would your name be Dr. Zero?
Yes, thank you. Zero. I am Zero. How hard is that? A narrow, thin zero.
I know. O sounds more impressive. It's not much of an improvement. Well, alright, so you want me to call you Zero or what?
Zero's my name. I'm proud of it, alright? It doesn't get the recognition it deserves. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, so when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please.
Oh, man. I can even go higher now. Well, that was an easy quest. Well, if you want to differentiate a zero from a zero, or a zero from an O, wouldn't you just put the slash through a zero?
What?
What? You know, put a zero with... Just draw a slash through it, dude. It's not that hard.
Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something?
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Indeed.
I mean, I would have come to the same conclusion. Eventually.
Sure you will.
Oh, who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless.
Oh, man. And that's what makes you truly a zero. Man, that is so dickish. So is that what you want to be? Or... I have no idea how you incompetents survive this long. I'll just say, is that really what you want to be?
Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. O is more like surprise. Oh, look what I stepped in.
Man, you're putting a smile on my face, that's for sure. Oh, there's power in zero. It reduces anything multiplied, well, to itself. Yeah, stick with zero, dude.
Well, of course it does. That's the most lethal of mathematics.
Indeed.
That's pretty cool, actually. Destroyer of numbers. I already wreck every robot I study. Why not basic arithmetic? I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle, I can set myself apart. If I wanted to. The make a zero and all the think tank. They won't be able to escape it. That diagonal slash right down the middle. Thanks. Talking to you, it really helped unclog some frustration. Talking. What a primitive form of thought kicking.
Thought kicking, huh? So, Zero, you got any amazing discoveries you'd like to share?
You know, hearing my name said like that, it really de-reses my screens. As for discoveries, well, of course. Look at this. Just, built it. Amazing, isn't it?
You built scrap electronics and scrap metal. It looks like junk, dude.
It's a discovery. Kilomiles beyond your understanding that... You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. I broke one of the monitors, and those innards start falling out everywhere. If you could just hold on to that for me until, well, forever, that would be welcome.
Nah, I think I'm dropping that off as soon as possible. Well, I think we're good, buddy.
Until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
Alright, so you're taken care of. What about you, Dr. Dalla?
You should really see Dr. Klein. We're all awaiting the results of your experiment.
Well, I gotta talk to you first, and with my perception aid, I get a special option. I can't help but notice your fascination with the human body.
What? Nonsense.
Close eyelids, breathe deeply, and stretch languidly. Turn and cough, and slowly scratch nose. Or run your hands along the sides of your face and exhale rapidly. What? I think I'll do this one. Close eyelids, breathe deeply, and stretch languidly.
What? What are you doing?
Apparently seducing some kind of brain in a jar. Turn and cough, slowly scratch nose.
Stop it. Why? Why are you making me partake in this filthy formography?
And I guess I'll run my face along my hands along the sides of my face and exhale rapidly.
Enough.
What?
I'm already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me.
Oh yeah.
I don't know
Is that what you guys do?
Biology of lobotomites. It infects my thoughts. All that skin and muscle and tissue.
Let's see. So why don't you just give in? There's nothing wrong at looking at the human body. It's only natural for brains in jars with monitors and whatnot. Right?
Perhaps there is value in what you say. I did so enjoy breathing once, long ago.
Well, she's not really a AI there, Siru. She's just a brain in a jar. With monitors. It somehow comes all together. I could come back any time and just breathe if you want, baby.
Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest in between visits, or else my gel might run over. If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly. Woo. Woo.
This is getting weird.
Purple, purple, woo.
Bubble.
Bloop, bloop, purple. Ba, bloop. Ba, bloop. Ba, bloop. Whew. Last little bit there. Thank you, lobotomite. Please, you must come back for further study when I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now.
Definitely not weird at all. Alright, I think we're good.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Alright, and I leveled up off of that. I don't know if I'm happy with that. Okay, let's go with melee. We've been working on that, and we'll be able to get up to 90 now. Fantastic. Unfortunately, I'm over encumbered and cannot run now. Thanks, asshats, for all your junk. Let's see, let's get rid of these. And these. So all that drain shit she just gave me. All that. And that. These don't actually weigh anything. I just don't want them in my inventory. Oh yeah, I forgot to even pick that up. Okay. There you go. Enjoy that. Excuse me. Let's see, and I did get you taken care of, so I guess it's your turn, Dr. 8. Can you speak? I can't... Do you understand me? Seems upset. What happened to your voice module? That's too bad or good or something. Let's see, let me ask you some questions. How the hell am I supposed to pick you up? Who are you? Sounds important, I think. Yeah, okay. Huh. Is that all? You should have your own quest, right? That can't be all there is to you. Oh well.
Klein awaits, as do we all.
I like the way this guy sounds, honestly. And apparently I'm done with the picking your brains quest. Easily enough. Oh. So I have to use a radio channel. Okay, I'll try him in just a second. I encountered your pet in X8. Had to kill it, though.
So, you put down Gabe. Thank you. A scamp, but really, his highly augmented combat programming could have proved meddlesome.
I just punched him.
In any event, thank you for putting him down. One less test subject to catalog and sort. Clearly a failure of Doggy's cybo-engineering.
Cybo-engineering? Let's see. Anything else with you? Do you have a quest? A speech quest? No? Well, tell me about yourself.
Before you is the brain of Dr. Boros, head of animology, beastology, and DNA scrambling technology here at Big Mountain. I lay the bones and hearts of animals bare beneath my searing gaze, especially the dogs. I did so love dogs once. Especially Gabe, that rascal. But there are many animals to shape. Industrious cazadors, the happy-go-lucky night stalkers. They are my living, breathing DNA test tubes.
Go fuck yourself. Night Stalkers, those crazy coyote snake motherfuckers, I hate those so much.
Indeed. Docile, curious, safe, sterile. They are contained here at Big Mountain to preserve DNA and for observation.
Alright. What makes you think they haven't escaped? Because I've encountered plenty of them.
Because Big Mountain safety measures are far more sophisticated than their primitive animal instincts. We are their lords and masters.
Contained within Big Mountain, those things are all over the Mojave, you motherfucker. I have the snake bites all... snake bites. I have the snake bites all over me.
No, such creatures are found only here, for research purposes. They would no more be capable of escape than breeding.
I've seen the eggs, man. I don't think they're sterile. They have eggs. Which I'm pretty sure that they have, Night Stalker babies come out of. Pups.
I cannot expect a lobotomite to understand the careful surgical castrating procedures used in their creation. Perhaps a demonstration of my castrating power would settle your doubts.
No, I'm good.
Oh, that's too bad. Perhaps we can perform a sterility castration some other time then.
Nah, I'm good. Don't seem to have a grasp on your own research, though.
Nonsense! That is what you speak. Nonsense from beyond. I was at the top of my high school class in American high school. I knew facts. I knew figures. I knew data. We would know if our research was flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves, so do not even try.
Alright, so when did you create these goddamn cazadors? They're terrorizing everyone.
In 2000, let's see, carry the 3, then count backwards with the great static, or beyond. There were the tarantula debates, and something about hawks, which made it around 2003, May, Tuesday. It was definitely Tuesday. Why are we even debating this? What you ask is of no importance. Mobius besieges us. There are more important things to worry about than data and facts.
Data and facts. Alright. Well, apparently got a quest from you.
Until next time, then. Provided there is a next time. For any of us.
Alright. And we need to talk to 8 again. Do I actually have a radio station on here? Mysterious broadcasts. 1 second. Let's turn up our audio settings. Actually, not music, radio. It's different. Put it right there. Back. Back. Back, I say. Continue. Let's see. I'll talk to Klein in a second. Quit pressuring me. Had some questions. No, I still can't understand him. Let's see. He made the sonic emitter. Can I shoot him with the sonic emitter? Let's see. Explore the dialogue options. If your intelligence or repair are high enough, which they are pretty goddamn high, it'll trigger. Alright. So, do you know anything about Dr. Mobius or the Forbidden Zone? Let's see. Alright. If you're gonna pop a monitor shaft, you're gonna pop a monitor shaft if you keep that up. Okay, tell me about the Big Empty. See, no need to be indignant, just asking a question. Tell me about the technology Klein wants. You sound agitated. You're percolating or something, right? There we go. So I can say, wait, after listening to you a bit, that's Robco's term link protocol you're broadcasting, right? Or you're emitting characters and patterns of 8, just like your name. We'll go with Science 75, I think. That's the Robco term link protocol you're broadcasting, right? Oh, I'm just full of surprises. Nice bun on the header file, ref. Let's see. I agree. If someone would take the time, you're more than just sound effects in a tank. Alright. Well, if that's the Robco term protocol link, doesn't that mean it can be hacked? It'll only take a second to violate your rights and make your voice mine. There you go. Get y'all hooked up. Just a little more. Sit still, damn it. Oh, wait. Did I just fuck it up? Alright, let's see what you have. I'll take these energy cells. And some microfusion cells. I didn't mean to do this. And now unlock your room. Now let's see what's in there. Lastly, if I ever need you to blindly agree with me, you will, understood? And I know it won't work on attack protocols. Still, I need someone on my side in a debate. I did a naughty. Oops. Oh well. You really don't have a choice. Thanks for the gear, though. I kind of feel bad about that, honestly. I didn't mean to do that. Huh. Let me try something real quick. I'm gonna roll it back. Ready to talk to you, right?
Klein,
Shut. Okay, I did talk to you good. Okay, we'll just fly through these dialogues, and I'll try not to, you know, butcher this poor thing. Oh, great. Now we have fucking music on here, unfortunately. Oh, God damn it. Reload. Okay. I need to get out of here. Yep. Okay, so you're more than just a thing in a tank, blah, blah, blah. That means it can be hacked. Don't worry, I won't take advantage of your expose code. You're happy about that, huh? You gain karma. Not a big problem. I know what it's like to be experimented on. There we go. Now I did it good. Let me get out of here before that music gets going too far. Come on. Bish. Of course, there's no rail before this. It kind of did add to the whole going through the menu thing, though, right? I just talk loudly so the YouTube auto thing doesn't hear it. Glad to see you too. Any new discoveries today? You gave me a programmer's digest and some fixing things. You're giving me books? You were so nice. I don't need that, though. Let's see. I wanted to ask you some bleeping questions. Bleeping questions? Oh, my God. I love bleeping questions. Let's see. I got the emitter fully upgraded. Whoa, he says. I'm happy, too. Can't let this thing gather dust. Are you okay? You look really happy. Alright, you should be proud. It's kind of nice. You're probably one of the smartest guys in here, even though you can't talk, properly. Oh, thanks for the cells, dude. Great, more energy cells, just what I need. Hey, thanks. I didn't want to run out, but you're right. Alright, well, I'm good. Yep, I'll see you later, big guy. I know you're sad. And now I can't move, because some asshat gave me a sensor module. Like a jerk. I still can't move. Because I have too much of this junk. Now I can move. Alright, I didn't really talk to you guys,
Klein's an impatient man.
about who you guys were. I guess I did you. Never mind. You!
You should really see Dr. Klein.
Shut it. Okay, who are you? What do you do here?
Why, my little bear of teddiness. I am Dr. Dalla, first head chief researcher of mineralogy and medicinal sciences. I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply those sciences. I also possess a degree in curiosity and advanced curiosity. That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven useful, especially now. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into formography. It is only science.
Alright, see you later there, Jester. Thanks for the mods again. Or the mods, the DLCs. 211 doctorates? Is that even possible?
Why, we create not only scientific marvels here at Big Mountain, but new sciences as well.
Oh, yeah?
Everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected until every group can be subgrouped or partitioned.
So, first head chief researcher, huh? That's a lot of titles.
What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification of personality and importance. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely as you must have a title.
Well, sometimes people call me the courier, or hey you.
Oh, a mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar conveyance. You are the second one I've met in recent times.
Really?
Very different specimens.
There was another courier?
Of course. You must have met others in your travels. This one had met other couriers too, although it sounded as if he hadn't met the correct one. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. We had to segment the event out of our memories for safety.
What was the question? Although, apparently you've segmented out of your memory.
I do not know, nor should we try to access it. Perhaps Klein has the logs. My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. I do not think that Klein remembers the conversation as being satisfactory.
Alright, well. I think we're done with... Huh, okay, apparently we're not done.
Until our next interaction, my intriguing little lobotomite.
Alright, well, it's time for the big event, folks. Let's talk to Klein, finally. Put it off long enough.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
Not especially. I got my brain, though. See, it's right here. Now you and I are going to sell things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
The hell you will?
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
So I can lie to him? You think I'm a lobotomite? No. For my house skulls the brain of Mobius. Sure, why not?
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
What? Oh man, my 100 science? Nothing is impossible with science. Mesons, lasers, atoms, brainwaves, all are at my command.
You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice, it is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
I offer a deal. Stay here. Stay put. And here I'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
You may have noticed that the pacification field is down. Guess what happens now? Now, let's say, I will permit you. Oh, I emphasized the wrong word. I will permit you to do this for me.
Partner with you? My foe? My rival? My foremost critic? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
That's right. Now I can just... Okay, I just have to leave the think tank? Okay. I guess I'll just leave the think tank. That's what you want me to do. See, I need to go to Higgs Village.
As it had been in the years before the
Fish.
Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant, and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough, and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sync sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Oh no, I'm no longer brainless. I've gained the big brain perk. Okay, cool. So the big brain perk. Your brain is back in your body, but some of the advanced technologies remain. Your head is still not be crippled, and you're only 10% more resistant to but you're only 10% more resistant to addiction now. Surprisingly, your damage threshold was improved by 10%. You've acquired the Big Mountain Teleportal Ponder. Transportal Ponder, like transponder, transportal, is capable of transporting you and you alone between the Mojave Wasteland and the Big Mountain. To return the Mojave, you simply equip the transponder. As you would any weapon, pull the trigger and away you'll go. Note that it won't work in interiors or in combat situations and is totally incapable of harming enemies. Calm down, you guys. You need to calm down, man. He's out of control. Oh, man. Okay, so let's see what happens when I put in my other stuff. Hey there, Killer Croc.
Matters regarding your brain were resolved to your satisfaction.
Yes, sir. Let's see. I'd like to engage your services. Let's swap body parts. Let's see what happens. Put my spine back in my body. You've lost the spineless perk. Reinforced spine perk. Your spine is back in your body, but some enhanced technologies remain. Your torso can now be crippled again, but your strength and DT bonuses have been doubled to 2. Oh my god! Oh god! Okay, let's switch our heart out now.
A while, I could see clear to giving you a once-over.
Oh, what?
And rightly so, I should...
Okay, let's go ahead and swap body parts again. Let's see what doing my heart does. If it takes away my blood filtration, you know, I'm not going to be happy at that. I like being poison resistant. The cardiac arrest perk. Your heart is now back in your body, but some advanced technologies remain. You are resistant to poison 50%, and robots are only somewhat confused by you. But on the bright side, healing chems are now twice as effective. Yeah, I'm gonna undo that one. I'm gonna keep my artificial heart. Being completely poison resistance, much better than having double healing effects, I'm afraid. Because you can't heal away poison. But anyway. We're back on the road again, folks. I thought it was going to close the whole thing down, but now we can go explore a little more of the sink. What about TD? You must get the rock sandy, must I? Apparently I can recreate the mud. I mean, I can fly through the endings just so we can see it. She was at the slicing facility as far as I know. Was that one, or was it... I think it was this one. Let me see if I can get it done. I'm gonna have to reload it, but still I'll figure out where it is first. I can't remember if this is the place. There definitely is some stuff in here. No, this is not the place. X8. Okay, gotcha. We'll just go ahead and jump out. Because I'd like to see that ending. Let's go ahead and just make a big save here. And I'll go back to my last save. Okay, load. We'll have to sit through the ending again, but we'll see this Roxy ending that's supposed to be awesome. Because I did create that stupid dog before, it just didn't take. Because, of course, she got killed. She's not the most robust of mutts. Okay, everyone sit tight. I'll be right back. You want to see a giant robot fight? Well, I did wreck a giant scorpion earlier. It took some doing. But I did kill it. With my fists. Let's see. X8. 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 That's Y0. There's too many goddamn places. There we go. The X8 Research Center. So go in here. Go to our right. Go over here. Go down to this. Here, blah, blah, blah. Robot and dog. I don't think I can make her a companion. I tried to take her out, but she didn't. So let's see. Hit her puppy, blah, blah, blah. Come with me, girl. Okay, so now she should follow me. Come on. Come on, bitch. There you go. Now will you follow me outside? Before you didn't want to. Yeah, I think she got killed by robot scorpions. Okay, well, yeah, she doesn't leave the facility. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, you guys, we're done with this. Let's try this again. Get the Roxy ending. As soon as it hits the Roxy ending, I'm closing it, of course. Alright, find my brain, blah, blah, blah. Handling the brain, Sunrise Dusk, la la la, I'm Dr. Mobius, 100%, yeah. And I'll let you live, blah, blah, blah. I'll permit you to do this for me. And now I just leave.
As it had been in the years before.
Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get to this portion. While you guys are watching, I'm going to go get something to drink and possibly eat.
The brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discovery safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
Yep, we're still going there, Jim Raynor.
To devour all seditious
Looking for the
materials
Roxy ending now.
Until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt.
Don't we have the
Whatever
subtitles
reason,
on?
It slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant, and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose.
Oh, so I can just...
It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
Don't I have subtitles already on, guys? I'm
The
confused.
toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
After one of its more psychotic episodes,
There you go, folks.
however, the other sync personalities decided enough was enough.
Now we'll be able to understand
and dumped the
Roxy,
toaster in the
apparently.
bathtub.
I didn't know I didn't have those on, so I'm sorry about that.
Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind Dio Jefferson.
I'm still kind of conflicted on which one's my favorite out of all these. I kind of like Dio Jefferson here, but I also like the book shoot. I don't know, he amuses me for some reason, especially with that Chinese paperclip thing.
If you didn't hear about it, good.
And of course, the Autodoc was always there for me when I needed him. Although he did want to take all my bottle caps for no reason. Yeah, Muggy's pretty cool. Poor little rascal. He didn't ask for any of this. Poor little bastard.
As punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the
That's right,
skin
Bloody
split
Black
open.
Shield. Dio
Being
Jefferson
aware
just has that blues and
The Autodoc
nonsense.
was just
Sounds so
back on
grizzled.
purpose again.
I can see things that you can't even
Simpler
imagine.
brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through
maybe this'll
the
be it.
escape facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was.
Or what he was
Or
doing.
even what a high school was.
He's barely
This confused
coherent
them
at
for a time,
all.
until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded.
And the
So
Chinese
it
would
let
never
its
win.
cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
They couldn't aggress because they were all dead.
And X-13 felt spent.
Was there anything about Roxy in there? Was that where it was supposed to be?
Stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more.
We'll start Lonesome Run tonight, but he's a fat cat.
And a bit sluggish. It realized not long after.
Okay, it's coming up still. Good.
Without so much
TD
as
Cool
a
Guy
word on
apparently
the
has our
message.
hookup on this. He knows when it
So the
occurs.
infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
There it is. Why does that one look so freaking big? Oh my. Okay, so she hooked up with Rex. Cool. Wait, how does that even work? How?
The courier, organs intact.
What?
Continued on
How do dogs,
a little
cyber dogs, reproduce and make
with all
other
the
cyber
organs in the
dogs?
right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine.
Evolution, my
none the
ass.
wiser about the
Well,
world beyond.
unless there were
Although
nano
perhaps
machines
wiser
involved.
was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier.
Okay, we've
And
heard
if
this part.
anyone would shape it,
Well,
We've heard it.
The courier
Shut it.
had already
Shut it.
called
I can't stop it. It's out of
There is
control.
an expression in the wasteland.
Oh, I can always quick load. Haha. Fantastic. So here we are. We're back and we can actually get some stuff done, folks. I hope you enjoyed that little portion with the cyber puppies, which could not possibly be real. It's goddamn horseshit. Dogs do not work that way, especially when they are cyborgs. Oh, that looks different. What the fuck was that thing? What did you put in my hands? Oh, this is the transponder. Sorry about that. That was a little loud. Oh, goodness. They constructed additional puppies. That's how it worked. I'll accept that. They had some SCVs construct some additional puppies. Unless they have their own puppy complex, which they certainly did, I'm sure. Okay, it's not over there. Where do you want me to go, game? Oh, the doghouse. Let's see. So this is where Gabe was. Gabe's bowl. Alright, there's something else over here, huh? Return Gabe's bowl to Dr. Boreas. Alright. There's another one of these. Up. Better keep my eye out for cram and whatnot. Gotta go up there. Does this actually go anywhere? I think I tried this before. No. You must construct additional puppies. Supply limit reached. You must construct additional puppies. I actually do need to play StarCraft 2 at one point. Probably not on a stream, probably just by myself. I do have it, and I mean to get around to it. So I'm just terrible at RTS. I have no real experience with them. Here we go. Oh, he'll watch this later, Jim Raynor. It's cool. Grimmeth is sort of... He's sort of like a wild animal. He goes about his own business. That's Dr. 8. There you are, you little rascal. Are you actually doing stuff over here?
The lobotomite who saved us. Hello.
I saved you? Sure. Here's Gabe's bowl. Your dog from X8, remember?
What? Why, yes, it is. I used to leave it outside his doghouse, chock full of chems, before the cybernetic modifications, of course.
What? It's even worse.
No matter how chemmed the food, he would always eat it, and his tail would wag, even while I...
What'd you do?
I'm having the most perplexing feeling squiggling through my biogel. I can't quite pin it down.
Sounds like Gabe really loved you.
Why, yes. Gabe. No matter
Even though I pound him into dust.
He was always waiting there. How odd. My gel is decoagulating. And when I would talk to him about Betsy, and how Marcus would beat on me and call me Smarty Sissy Pats, he'd just sit there, head on my knee, and...
And dots? Is there any more?
If you don't mind, I'll take that bowl. Just need to remove it. Put it away, somewhere out of radar range. For some reason, its similarity to the crater shape of Big Mountain is starting to fill up all available cognitive spaces. That, combined with my own overwhelming feeling of having done something terrible, the two were hitting me with unexpected force.
Unexpected force, sort of like when I was punching that dog to death. Let's see, it sounds to me like you hurt someone you loved very much.
As odd as it is, I believe that is the conclusion. And I wonder why it didn't hit me before. Until I saw that memory in your hands. This sensation is unpleasant. I don't care for it.
Hey.
I don't care for this place either.
Hey.
And I feel as if we've forgotten something. Still, it is no matter. Crush the feeling down. Crush it down. Push it into the loop. Yes, forgotten. Almost. Yes, I do not need to remember anymore. Not today.
Remember about what, Gabe? Alright, well, I guess we're done.
Until next time, then. Provided there is a next time. For any of us.
I'm actually not sure what happens when we kill these, attack these robots. So let's have an experiment, folks. Just for funsies. I'm not sure if they have any weapons, if they'd be able to use them.
This one looks pretty tough.
Okay, they do get a little upset.
Does that feel better?
Yes. Might have to get rid of these subtitles.
Please take this. I don't want you to die.
Dr. O, you're still alive. They got some pretty good animations on these guys. Someone else shooting at me? Nope. Well, that's a shame. Holy shitballs. They are full of shit. Oh! 8, you're still alive. There you go. That got it.
Over.
Yeah, nothing too incredible, folks. They just kind of die. And that's all there is to it. Alright, I had another quest. He came and went. Asked Klein about the conversation he had with the last visitor of Big Empty. Alright, I can do that. I was gonna say, are these footlockers just things to fuck with me, or what? Kleinable.
Thank you for what you have done. The helping, that is. We like that. I feel an odd emotion. Platitude? Attitude? No, wait. Gratitude. That's it.
Alright, well... I heard one of the previous visitors to the dome spoke to you. And asked you some questions.
Hmm? Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left with some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
Man, a lot of easy experience in this DLC. Well, I guess that's all.
Yes, a most goodbye.
Alright, do we have any more in this? Nope, that is all the quests in the DLC, folks. At least that I can determine. So I guess we're good to go. We'll check out another DLC. Also, I may have... Let me check something real quick. We'll save it. Well, not there. Let me get out of here. I'll use that